Hello, Taurus. This is your reading for March 2017. So let me just shuffle for a few more seconds and then I'll begin the reading. Okay. Your first card? Interesting. This card I think showed up for Pisces. 7 of Pentacles reversed. And of course Pentacles represent Earth, which is your element. And then I have a Knight of Pentacles. This is the Emperor reversed. I have an 8 of Swords. I have a 6 of Wands reversed. Now, Aries had 6 of Wands in the center, only it was up. So that's weird. That you're getting cards from other readings that are in the same position. This is a 10 of Swords reverse. This is a 10 of Wands. So now you're starting to get some 10s here, which means closing out. Number 10 is about closing out, beginning a cycle, a new cycle. This is the Magician. And then you have a 7 of Wands. So wands are very significant for you, as well as swords. But in your past influences, which is where my attention is being drawn to first. So you're just the 7 of Pentacles. This is the waiting card. Sometimes it can mean waiting for something that you know is going to be a good outcome. And then when it's reversed, it's putting your time and energy into waiting for something that is not, it's sort of like you're disappointed. You're not sure. You've been waiting for something to come through, a positive outcome. You know, it can also mean that you've been going through a lot in a particular situation and you're waiting for things to get better. So when this is in reverse, keep in mind that it's still an issue of waiting. But sometimes it can mean a missed opportunity. The time has passed and there's no reason for you to wait anymore. That maybe you've been delaying waiting. You've been delaying moving forward because you want to give someone a chance. That could be a number of reasons why this tarot is saying, this card is saying to you reversed, waiting is not a good thing, that there's an opportunity that you need to seize on. And so this is when the Knight of Pentacles, knights are all about seizing opportunities and taking action. That is when I see some positive movement forward. But then this Emperor in reverse who goes on a power trip comes along. He's on a power trip because he's using his power in reverse here. And this means that when there's an Emperor in reverse, someone has more authority or control over you than they should. Or the situation is really oppressing you. It's really getting in the way of what you want to do. There are issues with not just authority, it can also mean parents, but usually the Emperor, when it's reversed, is about restrictions and obstacles that get in the way. So that's what I'm seeing in your past influence, Taurus. You trying to find a perfect opportunity to deal with a big obstacle in a relationship or with a person that have gotten in your way. And maybe this is about a person who is ruling your life, who is just dominating every aspect of your life. And you've been trying to be patient. You've been trying to work with this person. But it just seems like it's trapping you. You feel trapped, which brings me to that 8 of Swords. Okay. So when we get to this Eight of Swords, we know that this is the card of feeling confusion, feeling trapped. Okay. But it doesn't mean you're really trapped. You can leave this situation at any time, whenever you're ready. But it feels as if you don't want to hurt someone, that you're fearful that whatever you do, it's going to cause a huge upheaval. But you will figure your way out of this. Okay. I think that what you have to do is start looking out for yourself first. That whoever this emperor is who's putting these swords around you, you need to understand that if you just see things in a different way and start believing in yourself and start trusting yourself and doing things for yourself, that you will make a way out of this. Now, when we get to that Six of Wands reversed, obviously what you're dealing with now, because this is in the center of your spread, there are things that you've made up your mind. And this is what I'm really feeling about you, Taurus. I feel that some time ago, maybe before the end of the year in December, you had made up your mind, this is what I want in life. I want a happy relationship. I want to love my job. I want to be a success, because you've probably gone through some shifts and changes in your life, that you made some changes because you wanted to start moving forward. You wanted to feel like your life had a real purpose, especially in regards to the relationship issue. So that's what I'm definitely seeing with that Seven of Pentacles, that, sevens are all about change. They're all about getting grounding and stability and revising and going back to the drawing board. Okay. So what I'm seeing here with you when we go from this Eight of Swords is you want to shake off these limitations. You want to shake off this trapped feeling that you're going through with this Emperor in reverse. And it's not working out for you. You feel like, I'm a failure, nothing's going to work out in this relationship. And then you have a Ten of Swords, which kind of drives home the point that you're trying to get past this and start a new cycle. But the 10 is reversed. This pain, this suffering, and this incredible frustration that some of you Tauruses are feeling, this is reversed. If this was upright, it would mean, okay, you've reached the highest level, you get to start over. You don't get to start over just yet. But the interesting thing is, as we head into your future, then we get that 10 of Wands, which means that you are going to be finished with these burdens. You are going to figure out a way to get past this pretty soon. And that's because you have the power of the Magician. And the Magician is the second major arcana card you have. This Magician follows the Emperor. And so what I love about that is that we have an Emperor in reverse who's oppressing you and getting in your way. And then you have the power of the Magician, to where you use your influence and your power. You discover that you have more power than you want to. And so I think it's interesting because the Magician has a wand as well. And so all of a sudden we start dropping these wands, picking up one wand, right? We're using our power to change the situation around, to sort of get a handle on what's going on with this Emperor in reverse. We're reversing the Emperor's negative influence on us. And then it looks like you're fighting back here, especially seeing this as wands or fire. But it definitely means that you're standing up for yourself and fighting for what you want here. Okay. And I think that's interesting, especially seeing that you had a Six of Wands here. But here's what I find unifying, the message that's emerging in your reading, Taurus. Remember this Seven of Pentacles reversed. Okay? Remember, he has a wand as well. And he has been waiting. This wand is about personal power. And so you've been leaning on your wand. You haven't been doing much with this wand recently because maybe you felt helpless. And you're letting this person with the scepter or the wand call the shots, right? I feel like you're starting to get out from under. And Taurus, you've never been the type of person to tolerate a negative situation for long. Someone might have the upper hand with you, but you are a problem solver. You are a very critical thinker. You're able to pull your emotions back and say, okay, what is it that I need to do to get out of this really difficult situation? And as far as a relationship, what I'm seeing is someone overstepping their boundaries with you and taking advantage of you. And what I'm seeing here in the future is sort of pushing back and saying, no, I'm not going to tolerate this. Okay. Now, I meant to put your outcome card out right away, Taurus. And that was a new aspect to the reading I wanted to add. Just put the outcome card out there and read it with the other cards. But what I'm pulling it now, and this is a Three of Pentacles reverse. This is about support, having support. Sometimes it means finding satisfaction in your job, that you're using your gifts and talents for a positive purpose. And as you know, 3 is always that number of growth, creation, two forces coming together for a third force. Okay? And so when this is in reverse, I'm getting the feeling that this is no longer fun for you, this relationship, but it also means that things are not going to come together just yet. That the butting heads with this Emperor, between your magician and this obstacle of the Emperor in reverse, it's going to still take a while for you to resolve this, because I get a sense it's a long-standing problem, that in this relationship, to start redefining the boundaries so that you don't feel trapped and taken, and that you're always going to be in this situation and nothing's going to change, especially for those of you who might be married or in long-term relationships. What the tarot is saying is, okay, you and this Emperor who's trapping you, this situation, you're going to butt heads. You're going to need to stand up for yourself. It might not happen right away, because I get a feeling that you're not going to have a lot of patience, that you're going to push back or feel a need to push back. And so in the outcome, it seems as if what you need to do for yourself, it's not going to come together just yet. There's a situation in a relationship where you are going to have to confront someone, confront a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, and say, okay, enough, this needs to change, or we need to do things differently. Okay? And I'm not sure that on the other side, this person is going to be completely receptive, or things are going to turn out the way you want. So when your pentacles, which are your energy, are reversed, I'm just seeing you trying to resolve the situation. But Taurus, you've always been long suffering and putting up with things. And I think what the tarot is saying, in a positive and in a more positive sense, is that sometimes you do need to rock the boat a little bit in order to get to a better place in a relationship or a situation. And you might actually try to work things out with this person and say, we need to do things differently. Maybe this is reversed because the other person is not going to join forces or compromise with you just yet. Okay? But the important thing is that you address what needs to be addressed. You stand up for yourself. You address those problems head on. You can no longer stand back and just let this entire situation get out of control. You do need to push back a little bit. Okay? And so, yeah, this 3 of Pentacles might mean that this opportunity to get more equality in this relationship, to bring everything back to a more stable and beneficial relationship for both of you, not just for the other person, it might not work out just yet. You might even be unhappy, like, now I think I need to do something different for yourself, even if the other person isn't going to help you out. But I think that this Three of Pentacles reverse does mean that you're going to have some realizations about what you need to do to be happy, because this Three of Pentacles in the outcome is saying, no, things are still going to be, you're still going to feel a little bit out of your element here in this relationship. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't start asserting yourself and pushing back and really starting to do things differently, and not just do them to make the other person happy. I think that's pretty much what I meant to say, that I think you're sacrificing a lot from what I'm seeing here in your present influences to make the other person happy. Or maybe you've sort of avoided having conflicts because you certainly aren't the type of people to have dumb conversations or emotional conversations. You're very rational, you're very practical. But it seems like you standing up for yourself, this other person might push back. There still might be some conflict at the very worst. Okay? So just be aware of that. But it doesn't mean that you should not go back to the drawing board in this relationship and think seriously, what is it that you want from this relationship? What is it that you need to see in order to be happy? And so this future energy that I'm seeing, the future influences, is saying that you will start to feel that you can say what you need to say and assert yourself. And things are not always going to be that bad. But it still means that you're going to be dealing with a little bit of, standing your ground here. Okay? And it might make the other person feel out of sorts, but sometimes that's what you need to do in order to make a relationship work. Okay? So Taurus, that is your reading for March. And I just want you to know that I'm continuing to have my special relationship energy readings for $15. So feel free to email me if you're interested. And thank you all so much who took advantage of the offer. So I look forward to reading for more of you. Okay? So Taurus, thank you so much for your support. I hope to read for some new people next month. And it was a pleasure getting to know some of you. Thank you so much to my regulars, okay? So take care, and I will see you next month.